Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This week I've been checking out the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered, which brings the iconic game into the modern age with some much needed upgrades, quality of life improvements, and of course better graphics. And I must admit here, I never played the original. I played Skyrim, but not Oblivion. It's $49.99 on Steam, but it's also included in Xbox Game Pass. First thing first, Oblivion Remastered is still Oblivion. That means you're stepping into a world full of rich lore, story, deep character customization, and a boatload of things to get on with. Story-wise, the main quest is about stopping a demonic invasion. There's like these Oblivion gates that appear all over, and you need to shut them down. However, as per almost every RPG, there are just so many distractions and side quests to keep you busy. It's usually one of the reasons why I don't play a lot of RPGs. They take a lot of time. I have a limited gameplay time mixed with all these quests and stuff going on, and I just get super overwhelmed. But I found that Oblivion had a good mix, keep me pretty much on the right track without being too distracting, because you kind of mark and pick your quests. They're not like dotted all over the map. You're not seeing markers everywhere, and I really like that. You can also join different factions. You can join the Fighters Guild, which is what I joined. There's also like a Mage Guild, the Thieves Guild, not to mention the Dark Brotherhood. So it really does help in keeping that feeling of choice. You can be a warrior, you can sneak around, you can kind of do what you want. The open world is packed with things to do. There's caves, you can go inside, little castles, points of interest, and it's all up to you whether you follow the story or just get lost exploring the world. What I would like though is if you've been into a cave, maybe somewhere to mark it off to say I don't need to go in there again. I really enjoyed the missions, the characters, the interactions. Like you can talk to almost everyone and see if they've got any rumors to tell you. You can follow someone to see what they're up to. Mysterious cults will interact with you. There's weird people as well. Everything flowed super well. The Dark Brotherhood, which I mentioned before, had an excellent quest line. There's traders and shops, places to repair and learn new skills. There's even hotels where you can sleep for the night, and there's even houses to buy. The world is vast, it's interesting. Honestly, I enjoyed this way more than I thought I would. So I guess the main question here is what's exactly been remastered? Because that's just the main game. That's what I had in it originally. The core gameplay kind of remains untouched, including the amount of jank of a Bethesda game. There is still quite a lot of it in here. But the remaster does a few quality of life improvements, better AI, faster loading times, smoother mechanics, better combat. It's still an older game at heart, so there are a few moments where you'll feel the age of it and the engine creaking under the pressure. This remaster hasn't changed loads of the core, but it's really cleared some of them rough edges from what I can tell. Moving on to the graphics, as to be fair, this is the thing most people are going to notice, and I have to say, this is where the remaster really starts to shine. The world feels more alive. It's got stunning environmental improvements from what I've seen. Better textures, enhanced lighting, more realistic shadows. The remaster has done a fantastic job of bringing this game into 2025. It looks great. Character models have also been given a bit of a facelift. They've certainly updated it to look a bit sharper. More detailed faces are expressive. Yeah, compared to the original, but they're still behind some RPGs I've played lately. Moving on to the landscapes, whether you're kind of like trekking through a forest, walking along a beach, galloping along a river, or scaling the peaks of a mountain, this game just made me want to explore. I was always looking out and like seeing a distant point of interest, and I would think, right, I'm going to go and head there. And I just loved that. I would also just stop sometimes to watch the day-night cycle, like the way the sky lights up at night and all the stars appear, and then the sun rises over the horizon. Honestly, looks fantastic. However, as I said, it is an old engine underneath, and with all this shine, there's plenty of jank, mainly in animations. Characters and animals can move very weird. You run up hills, so weird, like it looks ridiculous. When I get on my horse, you stand on it before sitting down. Again, looks a bit jank. You know, people get stuck on objects, there's clipping issues, and there's many bugs still exist in that graphics engine. But you know, it is an old game, and I guess it would have taken them forever to find them all. The loading times are a bit annoying for me. I know they sped them up, but like when you're running through the main city, it can take like 10 odd loading screens to get from the outside to say the university. And some areas are painfully slow, so you like kind of like walking a bit, loading screen, walking, loading screen, walking, loading screen. Also the way the NPCs kind of phase through doors instead of open them. Again, it's from a bygone era and it really takes you out of the game sometimes. The UI has had a bit of an overhaul too, and on the whole I thought it was pretty easy to understand, so no issues there. One thing to make you aware of, the game does need some serious optimization. Even on my 3080, there was a few frame rate issues, and I wouldn't describe it as a total smooth experience. And looking on Steam, I think quite a few people are having issues with this. Moving away from the graphics, I'll kind of go through some of the main features. So you kind of got enhanced AI and NPC behaviors, improved combat mechanics. I actually really enjoyed the combat in this game. For me, it was pretty much just click, 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 and cast some magic. It was easy to understand, it was impactful, and I felt like a boss. It was just like quick and dirty, which I really liked. Unlike, say, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, which I played not so long ago, the combat never clicked with me in this game. In this, I found it absolutely fine. Faster loading times, I just would have hated to have seen the original. It must be so slow. There's new voice actors for races, so all the races have got different types of voice. However, they've also kept some of them old school voice lines that I've seen in many memes and videos in the past. There's new quests to find. There's new leveling systems, so that's how a bit of an overhaul, and that starts in the character creation bit. Sprinting. Apparently you couldn't sprint in the old one. I don't know how you got through the game. And there's also the updated third-person controls and camera. There's many, many more, but I'll be here all day. It also has some mods already. First thing I modded out was the stupid over-encumbered system. As a loot goblin, I want to carry everything, so I just modded that out instantly. Also, the old console commands apparently work as well. So in conclusion, it's good to see a game that just isn't a lazy re-release. Grand Theft Auto, I'm definitely looking at you. It's a solid remaster that seems to enhance everything that made the original so special. Throw in some of them 2025 quality of life improvements that players expect while preserving what made it a fan favourite. The gameplay holds up for me, the visuals are gorgeous, the sound still brings you deep into the world, and on top of that there's them new features like the enhanced AI, better combat, the mod support, the faster load times. Sure, there's some limitations and issues, it's not a complete overhaul, there are a few quirks, some of the old mechanics that are a bit annoying have been left in, there's bugs and graphical glitches. It's honestly one of the best RPGs I've played in a while, and I wish I'd checked it out sooner. I love a lot about it, and I'll be heading back into the world soon. It's definitely for me on Game Pass just an absolute no-brainer. 50 quid, I can maybe see why you might be a bit put off, but I think it's definitely worth picking up. Anyway guys, that's all I've got to say on this one. Have you guys played it yet, or do you fancy checking it out? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any future content. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.